A shaky performance from Wales in round one of the Six Nations against Italy will have some of the pundits doubting whether this is a team that can take them to 3 titles in a row. But today, they have a chance as they travel away to Aviva Stadium to prove them wrong against one of the best performing sides from last year's end-of-year tour. Hello everyone and welcome along to Cornflakes Crib, your home of Rugby Challenge 2, and the Six Nations competition heads into round 2 this weekend, with Wales travelling away to face up against Ireland, who, well, we know how well the Irish have been travelling lately with their good performances in the last year's end-of-year tour, and now looking to follow that through into the Six Nations this season. So they've got one match under their belt as well, and they had a good 3-point win over the Scots that gave them the full credit of points and sees them second on the table on points differential, which just shows how close the table is at the moment, with a 3-point differential giving you second spot. The team is largely built around a core amount of players that they have had in the squad for a few years, been developing, and such key men: Ken Healy, Paul O'Connell, Jamie Heaslip, Murray Sexton, of course the combination of Darcy and O'Driscoll, Rob Kearney at the back. Just a solid core of players that are really starting to show how good they can be on the world stage. Of course, it is Wales who we are following this season in the Six Nations, and they got a good win with a scoreline that slightly flattered their performance in round one against Italy. 26-7 is what they won that by, but they didn't look at their best. But they are slow starters to the competition normally, and will have a great chance to show all those who doubt them that this could be the year for the first ever three-peat of the Six Nations title. Of course, Ireland won't be a pushover, and they should be a bit more confident though, with a couple of key men returning in the forward pack, Jenkins and Warburton, that should solid them up no end. So a packed house here at Aviva Stadium to get this match kicked off, round 2 of the Six Nations. Wales playing in their home strip of the red, Ireland in the green as we are underway. Kicked off from Priestland, to the left side he goes, and Ireland take the ball down through Darcy, and a good take too, and he's been held up in the maul, but it comes back now for his partner in the centre, O'Driscoll, who goes for Trumbull, who goes a nice run down the blind side, but could be turned over and is. Faletau has it for Wales. Phillips over the top to Roberts, gets his way with one tackle through Sexton. Release. But dragged down in the end. Great opportunity this for Wales. Phillips again, goes wide Priestland. Jenkins in midfield, gives it wide to Cuthbert. Cuthbert with an opportunity, but gets smashed from Rob Kearney. And on the 22 they are, but losing possession. Here is Healy, trying to rumble his way up through the middle as he always does. Short side they go. Big run and big hit on Murray. That was O'Mahony there, getting smashed into touch. Good defence there from the Welsh. Really need to turn this into a scoring opportunity here and get themselves on the board early as they go to the back to Warburton and Phillips. Phillips goes through, he's all the way. Phillips will score, Wales lead. Early try, just what the doctor ordered. A strong, fast halfback, or scrum half, is Mike Phillips, and he gets the job done with a brilliant little play off the back. They went to the far end of the line out. He took it down and he just pierced the gap between Murray and Sexton and did a brilliant job finishing it off. Simple play off the full-man line out, through a couple of dummies, but had the pace to get there all by himself. Great work from Phillips and a fantastic start for Wales. Halfpenny had the shot at goal. A slight breeze behind him here, slightly pushing to the left. Hits his shot to the right hand upright and it slots in nicely to give Wales another 2. And we are 7-0 Wales over Ireland early on here in round 2 of the Six Nations. These two teams leading the standings at the moment as Sexton will kick off. He goes high and short down the middle, nicely taken from Roberts. And he's got support from his man on the right wing, Cuthbert. They come to the left side, it's Jones. Williams, short pass, oh, bad short pass too. Gets it out somehow to North, who makes a good fist of his opportunity. Goes to ground, Phillips now. Has he got another run? No, brilliant tackle on Phillips. Hibbert in midfield, Williams. Williams is through. Here's a good chance for the outside centre. Williams to go all the way, gets taken down. Centre field though. Here's Roberts. The other man in the centres trying to go through the middle as well. Wales making good progress at the moment as here goes Phillips again through the middle. Great run from Phillips. Can't get the ball away. He's taken down just inside the 22 of Ireland. Oh, and they've turned it over. Good work. And here comes Henry. Back inside to Healy. The big prop always involved here. Here's O'Connell. Pass back to no one. Ireland's in a bit of trouble here, but they've got advantage for an offside, I presume. Still there for Murray. Murray kicks it off the boot and goes up to halfway into touch. Was he outside the 22? I think he must have just been inside from that ruck. And he was. That's a good kick from Murray, relieving some pressure for Ireland. Hibbert will throw in. He goes to the front nicely and is taken down. Phillips won't run this time. Priestland. Roberts. Good work from Roberts to get North into some space. North trying to go through Carney, but just runs straight into him. Shuts the play down. Phillips goes again, looking for Williams, who's been quite good. His pass is bad this time though, and it gives Ireland a chance to counter-attack through Toner. But no way through, and it's turned over from Coombs. Brilliant work from the big man. But Cuthbert just about gets intercepted, but they've come away with the Wales just. Still going. Lydia taking that one off the ruck and eventually goes through Williams. Good work all the way out to Jenkins. The big man. Look at him rumble upfield. He's got no support at all and he will be turned over from Murray. And now it is in centre field, but Warburton has turned it over from Darcy. End to end, side to side stuff. Hibbert, poor pass, Priestland picks it up. Cuthbert off his wing here to North, trying to barge his way through. Can't get away. Phillips, back to Priestland. Priestland hits a drop goal attempt, but it's very wide. Very, very wide. Carney takes it in goal and pumps it downfield. Halfpenny finds himself with the ball and plenty of time. Halfpenny turns and will run away and score the try. Wales will get a brilliant counter-attack. Oh, big mistake from Ireland. And Halfpenny cuts them like a knife and slices through for the second try for Wales. It was a poor drop goal attempt, but these guys were all offside. They couldn't touch Halfpenny. And he just cut them up and put them all offside and had enough pace to get all the way. Carney, no chance. Great work from Halfpenny. Sexton was way offside. It was Healy and Dave Carney who was there as well. They were offside as well. No one could touch Halfpenny legally. And he knew it. He ran straight through them. And no defence really onside for Ireland, and they've paid the price. Halfpenny scores, and he has a chance to convert his own try, which he does with ease. Brilliant kick from the fullback, Halfpenny. And Wales have a handy lead now, 14-0. Wales have looked very clinical already. Just 5 minutes before half-time. Really looks like one team only in this one. But there's still a long way to go as it's kicked off from Sexton, and Lydia comes down with it brilliantly and secures the ball. Outstanding work from Lydia. Oh, intercepted from Henry. He'll go for the corner, but Halfpenny takes him out, and he takes him out high. Oh, that should have been a try for Ireland right on the break. They'll have the penalty just a couple of metres out, and they'll kick for touch with just a couple of minutes to go. Sexton puts it in the line out. And this is going to be a huge set-piece opportunity for Ireland. What can they manage here? Pressure on the Welsh defence. Best throws in. It's going to O'Connell. He's taken it nicely. They're going to maul it. Trying to maul it forward is Ireland. Wales turning it towards the touchline. It's gone into touch. And that is brilliantly diffused from Wales. And they hang on to their half-time lead despite an outstanding fight back in those last minutes from Ireland. It is 14-0 as we head to the break. We can see the stats. It is all the red of Wales, 70% possession and territory, complete near domination of the whole match so far. 7 line breaks to Wales, that tells the story. Just 2 for Ireland, and 3 handing errors to 1. That's a good improvement to what we used to from the Welsh, but it's proving worthwhile for them as they lead 2 tries to zip over the second place Ireland team. This will go a long way towards the Six Nations title here. Ireland is a team that could really hiccup any of the top nations on their day, but today not playing to their best. They have 40 minutes though to come back, and 40 minutes to score a couple of tries is plenty of time. Wales still anything but out of the woods just yet. Ireland can score tries, and they can score them fast. Let's get back down the second half. Kickoff about to get underway. Wales leading Ireland 14-0. And we also have the spectacular new Irish kits too for today's match. As Jonathan Sexton kicks off the second half, he goes deep high down to Phillips, who takes it nicely and gives it to the try-scoring halfpenny. Priestland looking to attack instantly. Out wide he goes to Williams, who tries to get the ball back in field, does nicely, getting it to Roberts.
Release.
The 2 centres combining very nicely. Over the top for Cuthbert. Can't get away. Oh, he threw a forward pass as Elwyn Jones was scampering away, but the ref judging that to be forward. Have a little look. Yeah, that was marginal call. Elwyn Jones got a bit of a shoulder for his efforts of running forward those 10 metres. But we'll have a scrum here for Ireland. And it goes from Murray. Waiting in the back for a T-slip. Oh, good shove too from the Irish, and they're going forward very well. Murray, big pass out wide all the way to Trimble. Cuts inside, gives it to Darcy. Back out wide for O'Driscoll, who's on the 22. Massive ball back inside. Darcy can't get away. Good cover defence from Cuthbert. Ross, the big prop, lunging forward. It's going wide for Trimble, and he'll score for Ireland. Trimble gets Ireland back in the match with a passage of fantastic passes. Wales defended well, but you just struggle against those big balls. And we'll see the pass here. Ross, there was a massive one out to Trimble, who did very well, using the full width of the field, getting the ball down in the corner. Wales defended that earlier phase very well, but it was just a continuation. The defence not settled. Phillips was the only one defending out wide. Ireland find themselves back in this match very quickly after half-time. 14-5 now. Kick to come from Sexton. Let's see what he can do. 2 points on offer. Strikes it nicely, looks straight, looks good, looks like 2 points for Ireland. 14-7. The Irish a scoring play away from keeping this match all tied up. Wales have the task now. They need to score next to keep this one intact, to keep their lead. As it's kicked off from Priestland, and it's picked up from Captain Warburton. Brilliant work, but turned over from Darcy. Well, that is very well done from the inside centre. Here they come now, Wales. Hibbard, good pass wide for Jenkins. Going wider still for Cuthbert. Brilliant work from Cuthbert. He got rid of his opposite number, Dave Carney, but it's been turned over from O'Connell. That is good work. Wales trying to turn this one back. It's slow ball for either side, and it has come back for Jenkins. Oh, Ireland are very deep here in defence. Roberts, big turn numbers out here. Elwyn Jones goes to Priestland. It's 5-on-1. Surely a try for Wales. North in the corner, no. Oh, spectacular defence from Carney. He has just shut George North out. He thought he would scamper into the corner, but Carney has shut him down. We have the 5-man line out here for Best. Ireland on defence here. Best goes long. He goes straight down the throat, and Phillips will get a double. Turnover line out. The Irish defence was deep as it was their throw, and it was an easy scamper in for the scrum half. Try number 2 for Mike Phillips, but that was really poor line out play from Ireland. Best took his time. He went straight to the Welsh jumper, and that was all she wrote. Elwyn Jones, it would have been at the back. We know how good of a line-out exponent that man is, and how quick, how strong Mike Phillips is. He's done the job for Wales, and he's put one hand on this match. Halfpenny, strong wind now going across him since the first half. Let's see how his kick effort goes. Should be an easy one for him. He hits it to the left. The wind catches it, but it's far too far to the left. And the wind not quite that strong, Lee. Not quite that strong. 19-7. Wales lead this one by 12. 20 minutes to go. Valuable points on offer for whoever can win this match in the Six Nations. Sexton kicks off. He goes rather shallow, and Warburton takes it nicely. Roberts, throws an intercept to Sexton. That was a poor pass from Roberts. He's offside as well to boot. So's Priestland. Priestland's got Wales in a whole pile of trouble with his poor defence. Here's Murray going again. Advantage is over as Henry goes through. Good play here from Ireland. O'Driscoll. He's bumping through everyone. Gets it away for Toner. And he's finally taken down inside the Welsh 22. Murray again to the left side. Sexton. Brilliantly out wide. It's Trimble again for Ireland. The switch in plays is doing Wales heads in at the moment. The go left and big pass to the right has scored them 2 good tries. We'll see Murray. Look, he goes to Sexton, who runs at the line straight and then turns it back to Trimble on the right. And it's catching the Welsh defence out. It's a simple play, but they're just not quite awake enough here, Wales. You saw Sexton going for it. You saw him straighten, look to the right. He only had Elwyn Jones out there to beat. And great work from Trimble gets Ireland again back in this match. A scoring play away from being right in the fixture. This kick is important here from Sexton too. Hits it, brilliantly, hits it superbly. And it is a sweet kick from Sexton. And he gives Ireland 14 points, just 5 points the lead now for Wales. 12 minutes to go. Who's going to take this game? Who is going to do that killer blow? Priestland kicks off. His defence has been questionable after that last play. Brilliant work from Phillips. Somehow got that to North. Priestland in the midfield. Gets the pass from North. Sets it up nicely. Wales might have thought drop goal, but no one's at home. Are they going to go to Roberts? They are going to go for Roberts. Does a drop goal from Roberts. Jamie Roberts nails the 3. Of all people, the inside centre hits it, and the lead now is 8. A try won't do it for Ireland. It was a brilliant play. Priestland was in the ruck. That was the worst thing they could have done, but it's paid off for them. Wales get the 3. Thanks to the inside centre, Roberts. Who would have thought? Here's Warburton, back to Lydiard. They're going to cut the play. Cuthbert, just about getting that away to Williams. Had his best match of his career. Definitely made a few mistakes. Here's Williams. Here's another line out for Ireland though. It hasn't been their best aspect of their match, but they've won this one. And they spread it wide to 2-try hero, Trimble. And Trimble on North gets taken down. And just managed to hold on to that ball. They go to Murray nicely. It's out there for Ross. Brilliantly. Look at this. It's Best rumbling up this left side. And a couple of players in support. Chose not to use them. O'Connell now. Gets it away to Heaslip. Healy. Sexton trying to go through a couple, can't get away.
Release.
Warburton's right there, he tried to turn that over, couldn't come for him. Trimble again for his third, coming up wide nicely. It's Darcy with the chance and a high tackle. With seconds to go from Halfpenny, his second high tackle of the match. How's he still on the field? Lenient ref, the buzzer goes, it should mean Ireland win here. A Wales win, sorry. Sexton taps, Sexton goes, close to the line, Henry. Can't get over. Still short, Ireland. Going again themselves, Sexton. Oh, he's so close. The Welsh defence is valiant. Oh, but it's going to be a try for Healy. Sensational pressure. And Ireland get the try they wanted, but it won't get them the result. All thanks to the drop goal from Roberts. Look how close they got on a number of occasions. But it was the two front rowers, Ross and Healy. Brilliant play, close to the line, keeping it tight. Oh, so many opportunities. Sexton had one. O'Mahony had one. There was Ross with one, but it was Ken Healy, the veteran, who puts it down. But how much are they loving that drop goal in Wales right now? The kick that could have been to win the game won't be. This will only put them within one. Here's the conversion. It won't matter. It is good from Sexton. And it is another 2 points, which will leave the scoreline 21-22. And Wales hang on to win by a point. A solitary point is all they can manage. But a win is a win. And that is a massive win in the context of this season for Wales. It keeps the dream alive. The chance of 3 titles on the trot is still a possibility here. Ireland, God, how good have they been in these last 6 months? One of the best teams on form in the world, it has to be said. They fall short by a point, a solitary point, thanks to one drop goal from Roberts. That is all that separates these two sides. Ireland's 21 points coming from 3 tries and 3 conversions. Ken Healy with the final try, and of course Trimble getting a great double, really keeping Ireland in the match with big long passes out to his wing. He was very clinical in his finishing. Sexton got all 3 kicks from his 3 chances, giving them 21 points. As for Wales, it was the same story really. One man really led from the front, that was Phillips. He was outstanding from the back of the line out in set piece. He got them 2 tries from those plays, and the other try scorer was Halfpenny from the counter-attack after the kick in goal from another failed drop goal attempt too. That was from Priestland. So interestingly enough, that is how it's finished. Of course, Halfpenny missing 1 conversion, but it was the drop goal from Roberts that got them that extra 1 point. How crucial that could be later on in the season. The full-time stats, well, they've changed a lot from half-time. They were up in the 70s for Wales, back down to about 56, 52 for possession and territory. For line breaks, well, that was 7-2 at half-time, now 9-5. So Ireland definitely fought back very well on that match and deserved every piece of just about that they managed. Only 1 point in it, Wales winning 22-21. Let's see how that's affected the Six Nations ladder and who we have to look forward to in round 3. So after 2 rounds of the Six Nations, the table looks a bit like this. Wales way out in front by themselves, the only team undefeated after their first 2 matches. The other side sitting on 4 points as well as England and Ireland, but they have also played 3 matches and of course have that 1 defeat as well. England hold a slightly superior points differential, but seeing they've played 3 games, sit nicely in second spot. Ireland in third on 4 points as well. Scotland and Italy round out 4 and 5, with France yet to win a match down the bottom and a pretty bad points differential to go along with that. But Wales, the team to beat at the moment, with a second performance that was pretty decent and a pretty nail-biting match really. It sets them up nicely for the 3rd round where they go to face France. That one will be a cracker. That is the top versus the bottom. but you can never predict how the French are going to play. That is the sort of team they are, and that is round 3 of the Six Nations. Wales against France. Can the Welsh go 3 from 3 and really stamp their mark on this tournament for the 3rd time in a row? Or will the French finally kick their season into gear and get their first victory of the round? That's what you have to look forward to. Stick around for round 3 coming up very soon. Of course, we'll all have the actual squads used for those actual matches, as always, for this competition, and it's going to be a cracker. Wales leading the table up against France for round 3. Hope to see you there. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button, and I will see you next time for Wales versus France. Until then, take care.